What's up, CFM? It's Coach Matt with our Wednesday workout. We have a lot going on today on these exercises. There's some detail that I want to get into, some tempos and some position holds. So please pay attention to all of those different nuances of the movement. And we're going to get through a lot of lifting today. Not a ton of intensity, but I want you to put the intensity into the different positions and tempos that we use for the exercises. So we're going to begin with 2 rounds through, 2 minutes of warm up to start each round. And then I want you to grab a medium band. We're going to do some band Romanian deadlifts. This is prepping us for our regular deadlifts when we get to the barbell, but hips up high, hands right outside the legs. Don't let your knees come forward, but keep your knees back behind the band the whole time. Then we're going to do 2 10-second eccentric push-ups. This will also pop up again in the workout or in the strength work with a deficit. In the warm-up, you can start with just regular ones on the ground, but essentially counting to 10 as you smoothly and at a steady pace go down to the bottom of the push-up position. Even if you cannot push out of this, I want you to do the eccentric on the way down. Even if you feel like you're gonna collapse, tap your knees just gently to the floor and try to keep a continuous speed of your body going down towards the ground. This is the magic sauce for building upper body strength and body weight abilities, all right? Stay on the ground after that for scorpion stretch. So arms out like a T, swiveling around, trying to get that foot towards the opposite hand on each side, and then a practice rep of the Turkish get up. So you got your kettlebell on the ground. I will demo one side, and then in class we will go over more detail on the technique, but essentially we are standing up in a specific manner holding our kettlebell, right? So the kettlebell is extended, right? My thumb, I'm focusing on that with my eyes, and the same side knee is bent. I'm gonna roll away from the side that's holding the kettlebell and push up onto my elbow. Elevate my head into that. I came up, right? So I'll step back and down with the opposite leg, touching that knee to the ground, kick the hip out, pivot down, plant the hand, kick my leg through without dropping my hips, in control, set my butt down, and then down to the ground and switch hands, all right? So that is my Turkish get up. And again, we will go through the instruction on that movement on the day of the workout. So don't sweat it too much. And we can always try it light and then move your way up in weight as you go through the workout. All right, so our workout for strength work starts with deadlifts. And this is going up to a relatively heavy 92% for 3. Feel that out. I don't want you to hit failure this early in the sequence, but we should be pushing for heavier numbers than we did the last time we did triples. That's pretty much it, right? So conventional deadlift, starting at the shin, back nice and tight, bar touching the legs, squeezing the butt, squeezing the shoulders, squeezing the abs, everything nice and tight on the way up on that deadlift. Our superset is deficit push-ups with an eccentric. So same 10-second eccentric that we use in the warm-up, only now I'm adding a little bit of range of motion to it, right? By having my hands off the ground. And as I go down slowly, I'm reaching my chest down and in between these plates, okay? The higher up your hands are, the more of an extension you'll get out of your shoulder and the more muscle it will target in your pecs. And you'll feel this a little bit more in the deeper part of your pecs than you normally would for regular push-ups. So we're gonna get all 5 of those sets. When we finish with that, the remainder of the workout is at a strength/accessory quality pace. If you would like to get more intensity out of this, you know what to do. You just take away the rest, move quickly between workout or between exercises and just push your pace a little bit harder. But it starts off with a seated press on a tempo, right? So every rep we do, we're gonna hold the top position for about 3 seconds. So I've got that bar in my seated press position, drive up, lock out those elbows in 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, down, up, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, down, up, and repeat that sequence over and over. Next is bird dog. A couple different options for this one. The basic one is just elbow to knee and extend the opposite hand and leg. The higher challenge version is floating your knee off the ground, right? And then trying to do the exact same extend and touch, extend and touch with the knee just barely off the floor. That makes it significantly harder. Next exercise is a kettlebell or dumbbell snatch. This will be 8 reps of each side. I gave you a range of weights to try. I want it to be enough weight that you feel like you have to explode against something relatively heavy, right? But not super crazy weight where your technique would break down. For a kettlebell, it's just from the hips to that overhead position. Again, hips, overhead position. For a dumbbell, it's the same thing. You do not have to switch reps or switch hands every rep, okay? Next one is a bent over single arm row. You can use that same object, brace either on a bench or on your knee, but have your upper body motionless other than the arm that is rowing, and you're gonna hold at your chest for 3 seconds, right? So every rep, hold at your chest for 3 seconds. Really try to squeeze the lat and the teres complex in the shoulders as you do that tempo. And then the final one is that 1 rep on each side of the Turkish get up. And that one I expect the weight to change. I would love to see you challenge yourself. Try to go up a little bit heavier every round when you do the Turkish get up. But just be mindful that you've got a single arm holding a heavy weight over your head and you're doing something, you know, that you're changing positions. So there's obviously an opportunity to drop that thing on the ground or on your head. So just be careful with it. Don't be afraid, but just progressively go and more challenging. And when you start to feel those wobbles, like you can't hold it in the right position, then you know you're in the right spot, okay? All right, that's it for this Wednesday. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Thursday.